Pizza sucks.
Hey guys, welcome back to Food Alley. So my friend Dan visiting me from New York, and as a New Yorker, Dan has had plenty and plenty of good pizzas before. So my mission for today is to try to convince Dan that LA pizzas are just as good. What I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna take Dan to 3 different pizza locations, and they're rated to be the best in LA. And hopefully by the end of this video, at least one of the pizza spots may be able to satisfy Dan. Let's find out. So Dan, what makes a good pizza for you?
I would say a good pizza for me is like a good crust, a foldable pizza. And then when it comes to the sauce and the cheese, it's just enough sauce and cheese to like fill the pizza. You don't need too much cheese. And then I could deal with like minimal grease. Like I don't want to put a paper towel on it and it like soaks through. That's disgusting.
Sounds good, man. Let's see if this one impressed you.
First on the list is Apollonia's, a Detroit-style pizzeria located on Wilshire Boulevard.
It's always safe to start out with like a basic cheese slice.
Yeah.
This place has crazy hours and a cash-only establishment. But despite all of that, they always have a long line of people waiting for their pizza slices. But we were lucky to be the first 2 in line.
Let's do 3 cheese slices, 3 hot pepperoni with the burrata and the hot honey.
Right here, you can see our 6 slices being prepared before they go into the oven. They also have a nice jukebox here, but I think it's only for decoration. And after waiting around for 15 minutes, we finally got our slices.
Damn, awesome. Thank you so much.
First, we have these classic cheese slices. And these are not just your normal everyday cheese pizza. The crust is super thick, almost looks like a piece of dough. There's a layer of marinara sauce on top and garnished with basil.
For being a New Yorker, this looks pretty good. Good underbelly.
Cheese pool is insane. I'm like a thin crust guy, but this thing is just very airy. It's just kind of like folds in as you take a bite. The sauce is kind of like, you know, tomato, sweet tomato, tangy, a little bit spicy as well. And the cheese is just super flavorful. I actually love the cheese here.
A really good crunch. The sauce is good at first. Then sort of kind of fades away a little bit. I'm excited for the burrata and the hot honey with the pepperoni though. That did catch my eye.
Our second slice is their signature pepperoni with burrata cheese and hot honey.
Look at that honey just melting away.
Looks very messy.
It kind of does, right?
Cheers.
Yep.
And then we'll try to get the burrata here.
Isn't that something or what?
It's interesting. The hot honey's got a nice flavor when you get it all, you know, with the spicy pepperoni. My turnoff is that it's very messy.
I gotta give them props for the crust.
The crust is very good.
Super crunchy and airy.
This one is definitely specialty, but might not be for everybody.
He's a tough cookie. True pizza critic right here.
It seems like Apollonia's has failed to impress Dan. But before heading to the second spot, we went to a park to take a little pizza break.
Dan, you have any expectations for LA pizzas?
Nope.
You think they're gonna be as good as New York pizzas?
Nope.
After learning just how enthusiastic Dan was to try more LA pizzas, I could not wait to take him to the next spot. This is Prime Pizza, located on Fairfax Avenue, and we were just on time for the lunch special.
2 cheese slices and a drink for $10. Is that a good deal for like New York?
No, there's places where you can get 2 cheese slices and a drink for like $4.99.
Lunch special is only for the cheese slice, right?
You can do whatever says so.
Okay, let's do 4 slices and 2 drinks then.
Prime Pizza.
Look at that. Look at that.
Looks like pizza. And this looks like it's a lot of cheese, but the crust looks good.
To me, this straight up looks like a traditional classic New York style pizza. I mean, like, look at that cheese slice right there. The pepperoni cups up a little bit when it bakes, and there's also like a little bit amount of oil in the pepperoni itself. That just reminds me of Queen Street Pizza in New York.
Should we do a grease test?
We should.
All right, here we go.
Definitely.
This one can be mine. We'll do a grease test.
Dude.
Not bad all around.
Not at all.
Not too bad. All right. So far, I'm impressed. Cheers.
Cheers, buddy. A little bit dry for me. I don't know why. It seems like there's not enough sauce for me. What do you think, Dan?
This pizza sucks.
Are you for real?
Yeah. I don't like it. It's kind of just, it's bland. I'm serious. It's not that. It's like, all right.
I mean, yeah, no, me too. It's not the best that I have.
It's all right.
I'll prefer like the cheese slice from the Apollonia for sure.
That's what I was gonna say too.
Yeah.
Like Apollonia's is already like my favorite so far out of the 2.
Like there's 0 sauce, 0 tomatoes.
It's very cheese forward. Like I'm seeing sauce like here on the edges, but I'm not really getting sauce in my bite. Like you can kind of see where like the cheese here on this one, like you could see the sauce, and I can see the dough, and I don't see there's barely any sauce, barely any cheese, and then just the dough. But we'll give the pepperoni a shot.
All right, buddy.
All right, do I have permission to go in for the kill?
Yes, you do.
All right, cheers.
Cheers. Okay, this one is a little bit better.
Yeah.
Somehow this has more sauce. Pepperoni has more flavor to it.
The crust is still a little just meh. I think I know why they say it's 2 slices of pizza and a drink, because they know you're gonna need the drink because the pizza's too dry. What was Dave Portnoy's rating for this pizza?
Brian Pizza is actually one of his favorite LA pizza, and he gave it an 8-1.
This is an 8-1. This is as good a pizza as I've had in. This is my #1 pizza I've had in LA.
But guess what? He's also from Boston, so what does he know?
Oh,
It just feels like a copy. I guess that's why it's made for LA.
that hurts. That hurts so much.
I'm done. Bad pizza. You have one more chance. Do you realize this? You have one more chance.
Then what makes New York pizza so special?
It's in the water.
The water. The water. Of course it's the water. How naive could I be? We can never compete with New York pizza at their own game. We're LA, Hollywood, filmmakers. We gotta be creative. I am going to prove Dan wrong that LA also has good pizza. At our final destination, we're at Pizzeria Sei, where they serve Tokyo-style Neapolitan pizza. Their seats are limited, so I had to make a reservation beforehand. Tokyo-style Neapolitan pizza means adding idiosyncrasies and special techniques in order to enhance the pie. The dough is stretched and pinched to create these blob shape after they're baked instead of a traditional round crust. And the most important technique is the salt punch. The chef throws in a pinch of rock salt in the oven as the pizza goes on top.
Why would you salt the oven?
You got flavor in the bottom.
Oh,
Yeah.
so the crust also has flavor.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do the margarita for sure.
The Diavolo sounds good.
And a diavola,
Yeah,
please.
the sopressata, yeah.
The bar would be the best seat if you want to see all of the pizza action. After pinching the dough for countless of times, the chef passes on, and on goes a good amount of fresh tomato sauce. Then the toppings. While all of that is happening, you can see one chef in the back throwing some rock salt into the oven. They also use a healthy amount of olive oil on each pizza. It's just like watching a work of art. And by the way, Pizzeria Sei also means 6 in Italian. So that's why every single pie of the pizza has 6 slices. Look at these crusts. It's not like a traditional round crust that you see. This is almost like making a statement, like we're not afraid to be different. It's almost like each of these pizzas has personality to them.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Crusty. This crust right here invites people to take a bite off of it, not throwing it away. That's what makes the people remember what this place is all about. Tokyo-style, creative approach to Neapolitan pizza.
Our last cheers.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Cheers, buddy. I don't really care what you're gonna say anymore. I don't really care, buddy. This is the one for me.
It's a really good flavor on this one, I will say. All this, the oil, the moisture, all of it is just soaking into the dough, which is holding the flavor. And it's a really great bite.
This right here is the Tokyo style crust that you see right here.
It's just incredible. And it's one of those pizzas too where you order it and you really feel like you could just eat the whole thing. Like it's well portioned.
So Dan, can you tell us what sopressata is?
So sopressata is kind of like a cured meat, sort of like a salami. It looks really good. Instead of doing pepperoni, it's an interesting choice to make here. Like, again, it's like it's wet, but it's still holding its shape. All right, cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
That's a good slice of pizza.
Oh yeah.
The sopressata has like a level of like spiciness to it, but it's not overwhelming.
And then you got like the tanginess from the tomato and the melting cheese and the olives, just everything in one bite. like a flavor bomb right here.
I think I do favor the margarita. You know, I like the soppressata and I like the spiciness, but there's something about just like the straight up margarita pizza with the buffalo mozzarella. You're a little bit more adventurous, I'd say go with this one, but if you want to keep it, you know, easygoing and simple, definitely the margarita. I'm impressed, Mike, I'm impressed.
The important question of the day. Dan, does at least one of these 3 pizza spots satisfy you?
Well, we started at Apollonia's. It was a pretty good slice. And then we went to Prime Pizza, which was just a no-go. I'd say you ended on a high note with Pizzeria Sei. It was a good slice of pizza. It was a good choice. You know, LA, sit down, get yourself the Neapolitan pizza. It'll be good. You go to one of these places, grab and go. Better off just booking a flight to JFK and going to Manhattan and getting yourself some pizza.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Remember to subscribe and like this video if you enjoy the content, and I'll see you next time.